Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. I'm the series Strategy Game and we're returning to Rule the Waves 2, where we are in war against the Soviets as the United States, and you can see both forces have mustered an enormous amount of forces into the North European theatre. So we expect a clash here. The Soviets have repeatedly said that this is going to be a war until the end, which I think is due to the fact that they are... No, sorry, not Intel Reports Almanac. Is due to the fact that they are considered a communist type of government type. Government type. So yeah, that is certainly something that is going to be interesting. So let's see whether there's going to be a big clash over here in the North Sea or in the Baltic Sea. Some ships are finishing their reconstruction and we want to cross them completely. No common ground. Early ship-to-ship missiles enables early ship-to-ship mount. So we are going to have to investigate that. Our base in Tunis has less aircraft than they can, so we want to do that automatically. And here we are, a fleet battle in location Western Russia, so basically the Baltic Sea. Are they going to accept that battle? Yes, they are. What do we want our aircraft to do? We could ask it to suppress enemy airfields. To be honest, we haven't seen them using their airfields so much, so this is it, a fairly big battle over here. So we've got everything, every single of our ships. So also the enemy must be an enormously sized battle fleet. So yeah, just look at that. So we have got two battle cruisers, the Constitution and Independence, 16-inch guns, all forward armament. We've got 3 California-class battleships, also all forward armament, 16-inch guns. We have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 carriers. So I think this is basically all the carriers that we've got. And just the converted Arizona and Alabama classes, they don't carry too many aircraft, 64. The Langley and Ranger carry 99 each. Lubang and Biscay also 99 aircraft each. And then we've got the Bennington and Yorktown, likewise 99 aircraft. The main difference between these various aircraft carriers is that some of these do have some deck armor, others don't, but yeah, it's fine. See, these guys do have flight deck armor. That's an enormous force. There are very few light ships actually, so only a couple of light cruisers over here with the carriers, some destroyers here with the battleships. Use screening for them, that's okay. You guys are supporting. I think you should screen for the battle cruisers. That should be fine. And then these guys here are screening for the carriers. We're certainly gonna ask them to be AI controlled because I can't control all of these things at the same time. Good, okay, so that does work. So I think the Arizona is a little bit slower. On the other hand, the Ranger. So let's orient you on Carrier Division 4. Now I want you to be a core part of that. So ideally these guys should be following each other. You are supporting the battleships. I think that's... No. Actually what I want you to do is you are going to be a core part of Carrier Division 10. Is that not possible? Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay. Nevertheless, okay. Can you orient yourself on Carrier Division 10? Yeah, you can. And you're going to be a core part of that. So hopefully you're all going to be concentrating in that regard. Right, that's fine. And you know what? You can go ahead and also look at Carrier Division 4. Can we do that? No, only 17. Which is 17? Is that the one in the back with Alabama? No, it's probably the one down there. Can you screen them? So we're going to keep our battleships with our Carrier Division 17. Where's Carrier Division 17? Carrier Division 17, Bennington and Yorktown. Okay, that is you down there. Well, that's a little bit awkward because we can't have them supporting each other. That'd be a little bit weird. No. Okay, so you are in fact independent. Not AI controlled. Okay, that's fine. And then we have the battle cruisers. I think I would like to keep all of my guys as close together as possible. So let's be a core part of this. Right, yeah. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, okay, I appreciate that. Our carriers are probably going to sail towards the north by northwest, so behind this little island around here, close to Stockholm, I believe. And that should be okay. We should set up our air search patterns. I don't think we need to search quite as far down here, so dial down this some notches. Really focus on this area. Do a two-phase search, maximum combat air patrol, and that should be fine, right? And then battleships. Yeah, we can launch float planes. It's just a couple of those. Should be fairly quick. And we're gonna see about this. And we should also have a look at our carrier strike forces. And I'm simply gonna activate all of our forces basically, because I expect that very soon we are gonna find some enemies. And I would like to launch our aircraft immediately. It does increase the riskiness for us, because that means basically that our aircrafts will be, or that our aircraft carriers will be under huge danger of burning up should they be hit specifically by bombs. So yeah, let's have a look at that. You guys all fine. Dive bombers should be carrying heavy loadout. Fighters we're going to use for escort only. And we do expect them to have some forces, so I think that's fine. Carrier Division 7, then 2 more. All of you guys, please be readied, and the dive bombers again. Heavy loadout. It's fine, we don't expect the ranges to be that high, so heavy loadout should be perfectly fine. And the torpedo bombers of course can carry torpedoes. Carrier Division 10. Right, so we are going in for an all-risky environment over here, but I think it's going to be fine, so yeah, well hopefully it is. Watch this go spectacularly wrong. Which of course is a little bit the historical World War II situation with carrier battles. Right, so you're all being readied, okay fine. So I don't expect to come under air attack in the first couple of minutes here. Can you guys go a little bit more to the north? You're locked still, okay, that's somewhat unfortunate. 5-minute turns, okay, so our aircraft are being sent out over here. I'm not sure why these guys are going down there. Do we have a different search pattern here? No. How about you? Okay, so you have a wider search pattern, so probably that's why the float planes are going differently. Right, let's see what we can find. We are still, no, we're not locked anymore, so let's go to speed of 27 knots. So the battleships should now try to... Ooh, and there is the first unidentified ship. This is our gun range. Our gun range is well within this range, so that's okay. You have 27 knots of speed. You guys here are not independent. I want you to be a core part of this, so I want you to catch up. Are you doing this? Yeah, you are. Okay. And you're at least sticking close together, so that's okay too. Now, it's the first unidentified ship. What is it going to be? Is it going to be a single ship? 5 battleships over here. Five battleships over here. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to take the carriers that are the furthest away. We definitely need to react to this. Okay, let's wait 3 minutes. 3 minutes is not going to be essential. We're going to turn south here with our battle cruisers because we've just gotten this report. This ship is starting to fire on us, so I think it's probably a capital ship. Supposedly a battle cruiser, and we are already seeing some air combat. So 4 enemy yaks are attacking some of our guys, and these are battle cruisers. So I think you guys are, yeah, well, you're already ready. So that's nice to see. So let's take Battle Division. Which one is this? Battle Division 4. And 4 is going to launch. So Battle Carrier Division 4, yeah, it's fine, you can launch. Let's take all of our dive bombers, torpedo bombers. Okay, let's do a squadron. I don't want to overdo it on a single battle cruiser because we expect there to be more than this. Still, 4 air groups I think are fine. Coordinated strike would take much longer, so I don't think I'd want that. Okay, yeah, range 27 miles. Let's launch this strike immediately from Carrier Division 4. And then Carrier Division 7, you guys are going to take all of your things and you are going to go, well, you're going to be targeting these 5 reported battleships. Coordinated would take much longer. I don't think we have that time. So let's launch this strike immediately. Carrier Division 10. Your job is going to be to go after these battle cruisers with some dive bombers from the Ranger and some torpedo bombers from the Langley. 15 more minutes. I think 15 more minutes is fine to get this coordination in here. Yeah, let's launch. And Carrier Division 17, I would want some of your dive bombers and torpedo bombers and fighters to go for the battle cruiser over there. A lot of these reports I do fully expect to be spurious, but there are definitely ships around and they're very close, so yeah, I think it's worthwhile to actually turn around also with our battleships, with our carrier forces. So we've got a battle cruiser over there. We are turning south due to the reports over there. This is our radar range. Okay, so that's interesting. Constitution is being hit in its secondary battery. Constitution is being hit again, so they are definitely scoring more hits than we are. But we are gonna have to see. Yeah, just another hit on the Constitution. Already 3 heavy hits. Quite a bit of flotation and structural damage. And they have the Profintern class. 9 16-inch guns. More than we have. But then again, we do have 2 ships. So maybe that's gonna be... Yeah, there we are. First hit on them. So that's lovely to see. Ooh, and it did take out, at least temporarily, one of their turrets. So they're down to 6 guns. Which is pretty good. Independence is also coming in up behind the Constitution and starting to fire. Yeah, and there we are, scoring some more hits. That's fantastic. Good. Good so far. We should see a lot of aircraft being launched rather soon. So let's hope that that is going to happen. 1 torpedo bomber being shot down. I think that's probably on a scouting mission. Profintern class hit another time. Yeah, but its turret is back in action. 1 more hit by a capital shell there. 2 more hits. Constitution near miss, and they're firing 10 of their main guns. This is a very dangerous ship. We've got the Colorado, the battleships, coming up as well. Behind our ships over here. Constitution and Independence are still doing most of the damage. Constitution being hit again. We've already taken 4 heavy hits here. Quite a bit of structural damage. Right, there we go. Another turret, or the same turret actually, taken out for another time. We are seeing more reports over here. Let's check these. Carriers. Carriers. We do see carriers. Okay, so that does definitely mean we do need to react to that. So, what have we got? We've got dive bombers, fighters over here on the Langley. Okay, let's take all of these guys. Time to target. Why is it black? For some reason I don't think this is local time. You'd be landing at night. I mean, local time is... okay, so it's very... okay, if we can't do it in a coordinated fashion, let's immediately launch everything that we've got. What if we take down a couple of these fighters? Now do you be landing at dusk? Still, it's 30 fighters and quite a couple of dive bombers, and you don't actually want to go here. I would like you to go here. Or here maybe? Time at target is only dusk. Damn it. If we get rid of more fighters... now you're doing it. Okay, let's launch this strike. It's at the target at 1:30. Carrier Division 7. You don't have anyone? Just some individual aircraft? You've got a couple of guys, so... you couldn't really make it on target either. But if we get rid of the fighters... some dive bombers... 5 groups, I think it's just too much. Torpedo bombers, dive bombers... yeah. Okay, that works. It's also going to be there 6 minutes after... before the other one, actually. Can we modify this in some way? Maybe take these... I don't want to just do a fighter sweep, though. If I take these dive bombers... don't take these torpedo bombers... yeah. So we have more fighters here, and that might mean that we're doing some damage over there. Although this is the other group. And you, sir, what have you got? Some dive bombers, some fighters. Maybe some more torpedo bomb? No. Some torpedo bombers, and I would like you to strike the other group. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Let's launch this strike. So this is going to be extremely narrow, but we are going to have to see. Right, very good salvo there. That should be devastating. Didn't take out any turret, but... whoop, stop. Okay, they are being hit relatively hard over here. They're only firing with one of their turrets now. How about you guys? Are you firing? You are. So that's nice. Turn. More hits. Still only considered to be light damage. Okay, we're going to take our ships over here. We're going to ask them to not be any independent anymore. And we're going to ask it to indeed swing around. Since you are turning right, I think that's okay. And then over here you guys can drive up that way. Good. So the profit turn seems to be slowing down dramatically. Heavy damage 5 knots. Yeah. That's good to see. Constitution sights an unknown ship, so that must be around over here. But I don't see it. Oh, up there. Let's drive due north with our battleships. They are still engaging this guy, so that's fine. Potentially our battle cruisers should be coming up after that, because these might be the battle line of them, right? Profit turn being hit. Corrado, try to cross their T. Thunderbolts are approaching enemy ships. I don't know exactly where that is. That might be some of these guys approaching these battleships over there. Yeah, we are. So I think these were the ones that we sent out immediately once we got the report of the battlecruiser itself. And yeah, this is more than 45 aircraft. So that's probably about 50 aircraft striking the profit turn. I think it's going to be very bad for them. Right, are we taking these guys up here? Yeah, well there are some. There are about 30 aircraft here, so that's nice to see, but there are 5 battleships. Sorry. This is the main Soviet fleet. This is the big showdown battle, so very much appreciate that and very much appreciate having our aircraft there. So that's lovely. You guys, can you go to max speed please? We need to come up somewhat parallel to them. You guys are crossing the T there, so that's great. I would actually like you to ask you to shoot at these battleships, and that'd be lovely. You likewise, I don't think you need to concentrate on this guy. Let's say this battleship should be fine. The Profintern class, I believe, will go down more or less on its own. Constitution being hit by these guys, but we are scoring some bomb hits on a battleship, potentially one up here. What are actually attacking? 4 Thunderbolts, so that might be these guys. More aircraft attacking and a lot of things going on over here. Okay, so we are hitting a battleship. That's nice to see. Constitution being hit twice, and they are penetrating our belt and extended belt armor. That's not so good. We are scoring a bomb hit. Some aircraft are being damaged, some aircraft are being damaged, so single bomb hit. Not that much, to be honest. Enemy hit by a torpedo. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 torpedo hits. I'm not sure where that was, whether it was on the Profintern or over here. It would certainly be good to be striking them over here with that many torpedoes. Profintern is being hit by Constitution. Actually, I don't want Constitution to fire on this. I would much rather have them fire on these guys, but that's alright. Won't complain. Yeah, a lot of guys are attacking the Profintern, so that's probably these attacks over here. More bomb hits on what I suspect are these people up here. The Admiral Lazarev class here has already lost a turret, but only temporarily. 37,000. We haven't really identified any of the other ships, so that's a concern. Let's see. Some of these guys are still launching their attacks on the carriers, and that would be extremely important because they are certainly going to launch at us as well, so there is something to be said about taking them out as fast as possible. 2 torpedo hits, nice to see. Profintern being hit again, but only by secondary guns. An aircraft being damaged, that's acceptable if we are scoring a lot of hits against these guys. So we've got the 1928, 40,000 tons, 8 16-inch guns. How much did you have? 8 15-inch guns. You are fully operational as of now. More torpedo hits, 3 torpedo hits, more hits on the Profintern. No bomb hits as far as I can tell. Just some 16-inch hits as well. You are on fire actually, and you have completely lost at least 2 of your turrets. The middle one is still fine, but probably not going to be working that well for you. Over here, the Lazarev, 2 Lazarev classes. And 2 of these classes. All of them still fully operational. Interesting. I would like to send more aircraft, but some of these guys are only launching, so I think we should wait for that. 2 torpedo hits on this guy. Lots of bomb hits over here. So about 7 bomb hits this turn. Great. Just very, very great. You're also still trading shots with these guys. Lazarev still mostly acceptable, except for that 1 turret. 1 turret taken out for... 2 turrets taken out for good on this Grushdanian class, so that's great. Five torpedo hits, good. Good God, this is such a tense battle. Constitution is being hit here again. Constitution is starting to suffer quite a bit of damage, I have to say. Yeah, your flotation and structural damage, you're not doing that great. You've taken 44% damage. I think it might actually be time to disengage a little bit with the Constitution itself. Well, you are effectively doing that, so that's actually okay. The battleships need to turn a little bit towards the right. Connecticut also suffering some damage, but it's only a jammed turret. It's not actual gun damage that is being taken here. Right. How are aircraft doing? Yeah, still launching some aircraft, so on the carriers. And the carriers are actually the bigger threat, I think, at this point. Profit turn must be going down. It must be going down. It's taken such a beating by torpedoes. I'm fairly confident that it is sinking already. I'm much less aware of how much damage we are doing up here. Evidently we are hitting them with some things. This guy here particularly seems to be going slightly slower than all of the other ones. And this one here definitely has lost already a couple of hits. But they have, make no mistake, they have 6 capital ships over here. And we only have 5, so... Irrespective that our aircrafts are doing some damage, these are major ships, so... it's not at all easy to take them out quickly, even with air superiority. Sorry. How about your second turret over here? Can't really see that. No, it's still operational. Over here, all of them are, except for one temporary out of action. Yeah, somewhat similar over here. Battle cruisers are still engaging them. They are also engaging the Profit turn class, which I don't really appreciate, to be honest. Because I think that one is going down anyway. Flying, you're still launching a couple of you guys. Okay, some of you are flying or starting to fly off. Okay, no one here is starting to fly off, so we can definitely take these bombers that are ready. And we're going to send them towards over here and launch that strike immediately. Thunderbolt strike could carry heavy load on this mission. Do you want to have it changed? Oh, you have a medium bomb. No. No, I would want you to launch immediately, as fast as possible. And you know what? We are going to also ask these torpedo bombers to come up here. And even though you are... Oh, it's just a single one. Never mind. Okay, carrier division 4 then. You are still flying off a couple of your guys. Ready, ready, ready. You're only fighters. Carrier division 7. You are unready. But you're only a single aircraft, so that doesn't really make any sense. And over here, we've got a couple of torpedo bombers. So you and these dive bombers, I'm going to ask you to come over here. Don't need to be coordinated, just launch. We definitely need all the support that we can. 3 torpedo hits, 2 bomb hits, nice. No gun damage as far as I can tell, which is good. Of course the Constitution has taken enormous amounts of damage, really. You are all concentrating fire on this guy. Which in fact doesn't really have any turrets anymore. Not sure that's the wisest. This guy's dead in the water though. More hits on this guy. Some hits on some light cruiser. That's interesting. We didn't see any light cruisers as of yet. Another torpedo hit. 2 light bomber hits. Light cruiser hits. Interesting. Some escorts are flying out. Interesting, interesting. Right. Lazarev class hit. Okay, so we are actually... Lazarev class hit. Okay, so that must be... Yeah, you guys here are engaging this one. It's been taken out all of its turrets. Yeah, we are definitely winning the battleship engagement here by our aircraft. Not that our aircraft are necessarily doing an immense amount of flotation damage or anything like that, but they are definitely taking out turrets and all of that. And that is really, really helpful. So I think probably half of their turrets are out of action. This guy is in fact dead in the water. So that's lovely. Heavy damage and on fire. You're all pretty slow as well. And this guy here is sinking already. Supposedly. We don't know whether that is truly the case. But certainly that looks somewhat bad. Okay, can you maybe pick another ship division? This guy maybe? You are firing on this guy simply because he's very close. And he has suffered some damage. Most of our aircraft seem to be disengaging, which is somewhat understandable. I think our Constitution and Independence can come up a little bit behind these guys. Only small guns striking here. I don't want to get too far away from our carriers, because I'm very afraid that at this very moment their carriers must be launching an enormous amount of aircraft against us. You're burning, you're definitely going down. We have a couple of destroyers here, right? So, 2, well, they are eye control, line ahead I think is fine. Let's go to max speed, let's try to drive into here and launch a couple of torpedoes. I realize this is risky, and that's probably going to risk our destroyers. They might in fact go down, but I'm kind of okay with doing this. Okay, so more dive and torpedo bombers are striking over here, that's good to see. So since night is upon us, I think I want to take my battleships that way, sort of. The battle cruisers can in fact go due north. So the reason I'm driving my destroyers into the fray over here, even though these guys probably still have a lot of secondary guns, is I want to take them down very quickly so that they lose their eyes on us. And that would be rather good to see. Lots of hits on some battle cruiser. I don't know where that is. Might be a misidentification, or might be this one down here. Oh, and there we are. So, enemy Yak 35s bombers attack a lot of privateers. So that might well be over here. No, it's not. Very interesting. And there are some dive bombers from their side, evidently. Yeah, and some escorts over here, so... More torpedo hits there. Our battleships are driving this way. I think we can drive the battle cruisers a little bit closer. Basically, I expect their firing power to go down immensely. Not just due to the fact that their turrets are bad, but also because they will suffer some morale damage. They will have very low organization and all of that. So that is shooting down a lot of their dive bombers. That's good. Okay, these two destroyers should try to strike right through them. Approaching enemy ships, that's good to see. I'd really like to strike their carriers as well. Their battleship fleet is toast, but their revenge might be upon us. I mean, this is an extremely big battle. You guys here. I would like you to fire your torpedoes. Can I do that? So let's say on the... Can I do that? I can't, can I? Alright. Approaching enemy ships, that's always a good sign. Okay, just launch your torpedoes please on anyone. Doesn't really matter to me on whom. And you guys, can you actually try to do the guy that's trying to run away there? Enemy aircraft are approaching us. Destroy Division 28. On the other hand, we are Destroy Division 28. Which one is that? It's always asking or saying that it's a destroyer division. I don't think so. Let's destroy Division 14. It's usually one that is close to... Well, it's close to the battle cruisers. And it's 3 dive bombers. We do have some destroyers over here. What class are you actually? Only 6 4-inch guns. Not sure that's going to be enough. Evidently we are scoring some hits, mostly on these guys down here. No torpedo launchers, lots of hits, some transportation hits. Not sure what that is about. These 3 dive bombers. And the carriers should try to come up a little bit back towards us. You guys, can you launch please? Wow. Wow. This destroyer is just raking this guy. Is that the... Yeah, so you have 5-inch guns. You're actually very good. And you're just completely raking them with 5-inch shells. Which is kind of funny, but... Actually, I would really like you to launch torpedoes. Yes, some more important hits. A carrier is being hit by a bomb from one of our aircraft. So... They must be around here. Nightingale escorts. Over here. These are dive bombers. Thunderbolts. Yeah, could be that they are over here. Let's try to drive someone towards that direction. Ideally we should get their carriers into our range. I realize this is probably going to be a very long episode. You will know that of course, because you see the time on the video. But that's going to be alright. So 3 dive bombs here still. Approaching enemy ship. Lazarev is hit by a torpedo. Is that due to our torpedoes? One of them has gone down. You still have all of your torpedoes? You still have all of your torpedoes. Okay, so it must have been an aerial attack then. How about you? You're still probably going the strongest, right? Yeah, you've escaped damage mostly. You're still running at 10 knots. You guys here can run through this one more time. Hopefully launch some torpedoes then. Battle cruisers, let's go to max speed. Yeah, you're probably a little bit slower than you claim to be. That's because of all the damage on the Constitution. And the Independence also suffered some damage. No, it's just a jam turret and 1 heavy hit. Yeah, but these things probably don't have to do anything with each other. Constitution though, 8 heavy hits, 16-inch hits. Yeah, and all of them penetrated, so that's pretty bad. How are you guys doing? No damage at all. That's great. Okay, let's see. More torpedo hits? That's a lot of torpedo hits. Still probably not you, right? No. Interesting. Okay, let's try to drive right through here. Probably you are being attacked over there. Lots of smaller and larger hits. Some bomb hits on what? On a battleship. It's not the most important. These things here are a little bit weird. What are you firing on, Pom? Really? This guy? Still, this battlecruiser down here is surprisingly resilient. At least it hasn't sunk yet. It might of course still do that, but... Don't see anyone over here yet. Lots of bomb hits on a battleship. Lots of torpedo bombers being attacked. That's good. I mean, it's not good that they are there, but it's definitely good that we are attacking them. You're burning... I mean, all of these guys should basically be wrecked already. Lots of hits, lots of hits, lots of hits. Bomb hits as well on battleships. Really? Just do it with your heavy torpedoes here. We're gonna just flotilla attack with these guys. Okay, let's be slightly slower here. More bomb hits. Don't see their carriers. The carriers is the main thing I'm very afraid about. But we must really try to get some torpedo hits here. Just heavy torpedoes, not air-launched torpedoes, but proper torpedoes. Approaching enemy ships, that's good. That might be attacks against their carriers. Our carriers are driving away. Let's get them a little bit closer. Also that they can collect their aircraft at some point. Lots of hits, lots of bomb hits. But no torpedoes being launched. Surprisingly. Lots of hits. We're doing very good. Enemy aircraft are approaching Battle Division 13. That's over here. And you're devoid of any destroyers. 11 dive bombers. And 5 fighters, I think, on a naval strike actually, interestingly enough. Okay, you are coming up. Are we driving too aggressively with our battleships? I mean, there's a very real danger. Okay, let's see. Some destroyer division is these guys. Independence. Okay, no, I don't want to stop you firing because I don't know whether that does to AA. 3 torpedo bombers being shot down. I was over here, but still 11 dive bombers. I don't see any enemy. I mean, there are a lot of reports, but you guys. Do a flotilla attack or something. Launch torpedoes, I know you have them. We are attacking more, but only their battleships. I suppose that's simply these 11 dive bombers that we do know about. Max speed, turn together, go this way. Connecticut, we are shooting down some of their aircraft, that's good. Where are they? In fact, over there. How many is that? 8. 8 dive bombers left. We do have some escorts over here, so they should in principle interfere with that. And you know what? Let's drive the battle cruisers through this again. If our destroyers are not doing what they are being told. So their yucks are being the issue. Their fighters are being the issues. 8 dive bombers. We don't see any hits on us, so that's good. More air combat. Our destroyers are totally useless. At least the BC here has gone down. Can you actually be screening, or at least supporting the battleships? Right, okay, let's get away from the turn together order and sail due east. Timing should be, I mean, very soon we're gonna see nightfall, so at that point we should have all of our ships together and we could potentially rip apart their forces. You're screening for them. Battle Cruiser Division 27, so that's our battle cruisers. And that's what, 6 torpedo bombers. And Constitution has already suffered quite a bit of damage. It's not good. Okay, Squadron Max, turn together, let's go away. Yeah, we can pick up some survivors. Oh, you're AI controlled now, that's pretty bad. Oh, I dislike that a lot. Yeah, heavy damage on fire. Heavy damage on fire, most of your guns are down. This guy here has finally gone down. This guy has gone down. There's pretty much only 3 of them left. And we are still continuing to score some hits there. What I would really need, though, is to get some more coverage. Okay, so let's take the San Francisco over here, and let's ask it to be part of the battleship line. Can I do that? No, it doesn't look like that. Unfortunate. How about these destroyers? Could you screen the battleships? You can not. Anyone? I definitely need a bit more oomph over there with the battleship line. They're basically running unprotected. How about these guys down here? Maybe you? Yes. Let's center you on the Colorado. You're screening. That's fine. So you're going to come up all the way. And these destroyers down here should also see the sense in coming back towards our main battle line. If they're not going to torpedo, then at least they might come and protect us with their AA capabilities. What are you doing? You're independent. No. Be a core part of the battle line, please. I would appreciate that a lot. You are screening for the battle cruisers, so that's fine. And you're supporting the battleships, so why are you not doing this? Okay, you are coming back, that's good. Lots of clear hits. Nothing that we've seen so far over here. Only a few bomb hits on their carriers, but night is upon us, so that's very good. And that gives me more confidence of driving our guys into this area. Our carriers, I think we're going to send them more towards the northeast, so that they're a little bit further away from stumbling into enemy ships in the middle of the night. For the battleships, I don't think that's that much of an issue. Have you been hit? Or is that just some random stuff being stuck? No, it's just some random stuff being stuck. You have torpedoes, launch them. Damn it. And we do have radar, so indeed there we are. We should be spotting enemy ships if they are indeed here. But we are at least safe from enemy air attack. So that's good to see as well. Yeah. Guys, I want you to go northeast. Let's pick up survivors as much as we can at least. So what is this? It's still unidentified. I'd very much like the Colorado to start firing on that. It's going a little bit north, so let's try that. Battle cruisers are coming up against after that, so that's nice. Some unidentified ships down here, but most of them have indeed gone down, except for this one. So far, this is a very good battle, but of course it can turn around at any moment if these guys are stupid, but they are hunting this, and I think I saw for a second here that it was denoted as a carrier. We are firing on it. We're actually seeing it now. So we have a visual reference point, although we can't tell what it is, we are firing on it. But yeah, and there we are, 2 16-inch hits, another one. So hopefully that should slow it down and will allow us to come up a little bit close towards it. Apparently it's a carrier. I don't think so. No, it's indeed a destroyer. But being a destroyer means it does have torpedoes, and that means we should be more careful. Okay, let's come up a little bit like that. Use primarily our secondary guns, and then also be not quite as much subject to fire from their torpedoes. And we are still able to score a lot of hits here. They are burning, so yeah, hopefully that's going to be alright. No, it's not magically turned into CV. Right, you guys are going away. You are coming up back towards where you're supposed to be. Constitution is running this way, but curiously Independence is not. You're a core part of the... Why are you going this way? This is weird. You haven't really suffered any hits. Constitution has. Okay, and there's proper night, so it's not twilight anymore. It's proper night. Let's go due south. Funny how we're still firing on them even though we don't know exactly where they are. Right, let's see normal speed here. Come up a little bit parallel to them, but only a little bit because again I don't want to be torpedoed. Unidentified ship? Yeah, it's just that destroyer. I'd really like to get the carriers though. Now it's stationary. Oh well. So I think all of these guys here have sunk. Right, so let's get back to normal speed. See whether we can drive into here. Maybe faster. It's just that one single unidentified ship. It will probably go down anyway. Yeah, unfortunately you are not running into any carriers over here, it seems. That would have been the prize. That would have been really the nice thing to get. What have we got over here? Ooh, the Bennington and the Yorktown. Please don't get torpedoed. How are there still aircraft about? You guys. Try not to run into this destroyer. This would be kind of awkward. This would suddenly be a very disappointing result. Right. Bennington sights an unknown ship. Yeah, again. At least you're trying to keep your distance there. I appreciate that a lot. I don't think I want to be any closer than this. Because once morning does come... Also aircraft being repaired. You guys can come back down here. Still sort of the middle of the night, early night even, so... We can run a little bit deeper into the sound over here, but... onto the bay. No, not Helgoland Bay, of course. Sea of Finland? Finland... I don't know how it's called. So they might be over here. They might be in Kronstadt itself. I do not know exactly. Morning is very far away. Still, let's try to drive out of this area. If we aren't seeing anyone, then that's just as well. But we don't have to risk it. Do we need to set up another patrol pattern for the next morning? Try to find their carriers? It would really be lovely, but they might be in Kronstadt Harbour, so somewhat immune from us. So yeah, there we go. So let's see. Major victory. Really big and good victory for us. We get 125 points for survivors being picked up, but we do get a lot of points for the ships that have been sunk. So, ship details. The Profintern, the first one we found, sunk mostly by flotation damage. Privateer torpedo. Yeah, so they were being torpedoed heavily in the end. But yeah, flotation and structural damage was just immense due to the amount of hits. 11 torpedo hits on these guys. And then here, let's have a look at this. So evading air attack, yeah, really. Hitting the turret, turret disabled. So that I think is the beauty of this. Just these early hits from... What's a thunderbolt? Just these early hits do disable a lot of their turrets and destroy them. And that's extremely nice because that then allows us to come in, shoot at them a couple of times with our 16-inch guns, but really the 20 bomb hits is what was causing the issue for this guy. Yeah, and then it was just wrecked. Couple of torpedo hits just to finish it off. Yeah, pretty bad for them. This Admiral, similarly, a lot of light hits, some heavy hits, but a lot of bomb hits. Although, for you, it started with torpedo attacks. and you were limiting flooding. You were shooting down a couple of aircraft with your heavy AA guns. You know, you have a lot of... You have 24 dual purpose guns, so that's a lot of heavy AA. Flotation damage, and then you get into the knife fight with a lot of destroyers, and they are scoring over 100 light hits on you. Admiral Latsev, for you it must have been torpedoes. No, it was actually a bomb hit. That was knocking out some of your secondaries. And that's good because that allowed more of our aircraft to come in. Marat. Again, air attack. And they actually lost a light carrier. That's lovely. And I think it was a very heavy light carrier as well. Yeah, 36,000 tons, 20 aircraft. So what was happening here? So you're being hit by bombs. Turret disabled, engine room hit, fire started. Yeah, so immediately there was fire started, and I imagine that must be because they were preparing some air attacks. Fire reduced by damage control, fire extinguished, so they did manage to get it under control. Turret was getting back in action, but you were actually hit by 16-inch guns. Why? California? I didn't see that. I didn't even see that. Fires raging. Ship abandoned. I did not quite see you. Yeah, same here. Probably. Medium damage on the Constitution. 8 heavy hits. By the Profintern, mostly. Exclusively, nearly. Great. Very good. Right, so in terms of aircraft, we lost 46 aircraft. Most of them fighters. Most of them as operational losses. I think they were launching at night due to some reason. I didn't quite get that, but yeah, that's unfortunate. Very little AA losses. All of that pretty good. They lost more aircraft, not quite as many. Most of them as air-to-air losses. So our aircrafts are doing their job fantastically. On the other hand, they still had 3 operational aircraft carriers, which were, let's see, CVs, the Leningrad. So you were in the theater, we just don't know where. Oh, interesting. You might have been up here? Yeah, just look at that. Had we stumbled on these guys, they were hiding there. That's pretty fantastic though. And then a couple of batteries over here, nothing that important. But yeah, and a lot of motor torpedo boats up there. But yeah, had we stumbled upon these guys, that would have been devastating for them. But even so, it was a great battle for us. Nearly an hour that we've been fighting this, but 38,000 tons. And the Battle of Dago is certainly one that we are going to keep in mind. So let's look at the almanac over here. Soviet Union devastated. No capital ships anymore. They're truly being cut to size over here. Only 4 aircraft carriers left, 3 heavy cruisers building. So that might be what they're trying to do in the short term to replace their losses. But they don't have anything left. Only the Kirov here, which has been started. They're going to probably get one of that in this turn, but yeah. Yeah. Lovely result for us, really. A lot of our ships are now more or less damaged, but I can't complain. 2 months out of service is nothing against their losses. So before that they were nearly on par, and now they are really suffering badly. Only 4 aircraft carriers left over here, so we can definitely move some forces around, threaten them somewhere. I think we don't really have the ability to invade them anywhere, unfortunately. Although, can we maybe in fact put this as an invasion target? No, we cannot. Still, what a very nice win. Hope you like this. Do leave a like and all of that, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.